But beforehand, look, they're drinking. Holding a beautiful butterfly. Oh no! You try to take a picture, it doesn't work. Here, it's really beautiful seeing all the monarchs flying around. They're so beautiful. They're all crowding up in the one corner in front of the window, but they have lots of sun. Do you recognize that behavior, everybody? Those painted ladies are laying eggs, and they are laying a lot of eggs. In fact, all day long they've been laying eggs. That's all they do. Do you recognize what those are? They're painted lady eggs. Check it out. Got monarchs flying around. And we've got new ones. So, hi everybody, Jason Sebastian, Butterfly Square Garden. Welcome back. These guys he closed yesterday, and I let them dry out because last time one of them wasn't dry enough, and this time I just really wanted to give them time to dry out. So put on your caterpillar, your butterfly glove, and get your enclosure open. I like to unzip like a corner, like that much, so that I can put the butterfly in, but it doesn't allow the other butterflies to come out. But beforehand, look, they're drinking. They know exactly how to use it. I love that. I love that. And then over here, I kind of unzip the top. So anyways, what you do is you handle them basically like a hamster. Like you're holding a hamster, and then it walks forward, and then you put another hand in front, and then it keeps going. So that's really how to grab a butterfly. These guys are really active, so I just put my hand in, it walks on, and then really quickly you make a switch, and then you put it up top, and it just walks off. So let's do that again. Walk on, make the stop to look. Wow, so pretty. Put it inside, and then it flew off all on its own. Let's do it again. Holding a beautiful butterfly. Oh no! You try to take a picture, it doesn't work. I try again. Nope, this guy just wants to fly. He's landing on the enclosure, so that's good. Even on the outside, they're like, ooh, this is really good. I can walk on it. It's good for my little hands to grab onto. Just make sure when you put them in, the wings don't bend or fold. This guy looks ready to go. Just have him walk right onto my fingertips. These gloves make holding butterflies so much easier because it's got little things for their hands to grab onto. This guy really wants to fly, so let's give him a second. If a butterfly is too active, give him a second. Go for someone else. This guy was like, look, he's trying to drink off my hand. He's really thirsty, so maybe we should put him... I put him on the food tray. Is he trying to drink from the food tray? No. But other people are. He's drinking still. Drinking. Really likes it. And then on the wall, we've got lots of monarchs now. Okay, so who else is left? We've got one left. I hope that's it. Wow. All right, so we transferred our monarchs. I knew there was one left. I was like going crazy. He really wants to fly. He's so ready. And it is a he because he's got the spots. This one we're gonna have to be quick. Ta-da! And that's how you move butterflies. So just to check, I see 1, 2 black ones. They're gonna come out either later today or tomorrow. 1 green chrysalis. And then over here, 2 more green chrysalis and 1 that's changing color. Here's 1 that's changing color, and then a whole bunch of empty chrysalis, which we can use those for their silk. But in here, it's really beautiful seeing all of the monarchs flying around. If I was in there with them, they would literally smack me in the face. They fly around and they land on the dishes and start drinking. They really like the dishes. They're easy access, super, easy to understand the concept. They just land on it, and if they don't land on it, they'll walk up to it. I don't have, I have dried milkweed leaves pinned to the edges, but I'm going to add a couple leaves in the corner where they land. I don't want to have a potted plant in here because that's when they break their wings, is flying into it. The pod, not the plant. So that's that. The painted ladies, their wings aren't as big, so they don't really break the wings as much, but I gotta refill the drinks. Let me show you a trick, because I was watering my plants with this water bottle, and there's like a little, I used scissors and I poked a hole in the cap. I was using the little jet thing, Mono Jet. This is how I refill the Gatorade. I'll take a squirt of Gatorade and I'll squirt it into the dish. But that would take like I would have to fill it like 4 or 5 times, and that was labor intensive. But with my water bottle, it's like watering a plant. You can just squirt it in. And it's okay if you miss, because like having the wet paper towel is good for them, because they'll drink off the wet paper towel, and you just squirt it in, and that's how easy it is to refill the water dish. And once it starts getting clearer, I'll add more Gatorade. But that is good to go. I don't have to, I'm gonna zip this closed. I don't have to touch this again at all for, 3 days, unless more people come closed, and then I'll put them in. But that is how I take care of my monarchs. There's a lot. There's gotta be like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There's got to be about 24 monarchs, and it is mid-October. It's halfway through October. and I'm gonna have to give them some milkweed just on the off chance that they do mate. I want them to have somewhere to lay eggs, but when the colder weather happens, apparently they don't mate like the painted ladies will mate no matter what. The monarchs are more picky with their partners. But I keep saying this. I never knew this. So when the butterflies mate, they'll stay together for like 12 hours, and the male will give the female a package of spermatozoa, which is like a package of everything mixed together with the sperm, but it's got like proteins and stuff. And the female butterfly has a specialized organ that grinds open the proteins so that she can digest it. So she's taking fluids from both ends. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I thought that she would just keep filling up and then explode. Or if she would just have so many eggs, because if they don't have something to lay eggs on, they won't lay eggs. They'll just like digest everything. But then, so that's how I'm gonna control population size, because the painted ladies lay so many eggs that we've got caterpillars just like everywhere. We have so many painted lady caterpillars, and I'm growing other plants as fast as I can, and I'm learning what works and what doesn't work. You know, I've got stuff on standby, and then I'm doing morning glory sprouts. Everything is going really well, but I'm like, what if I don't want more? What happens when I've reached my limit? And I've learned that all you have to do is take out the host plant and they won't lay eggs. And that's good if I want that to happen. But right now I still want them. You know, they're still, actually the painted ladies are kind of stopping because they're getting old, but you know, pretty soon we're going to have hundreds and hundreds of them. So we will have to control that. So that's how you do that. And I hope you learned something today. I'm going to clip on. Should I do it separately? Yeah. I have so many videos that I'm like, what do I do with all this content? So I'm going to edit some, I'm going to upload others, and I'm just going to keep it going because I want you guys to see my stuff. I'm really, really excited about. See, look, this butterfly is drinking right off the paper towel that I squirted with water. And that's fine. You know, it's good when they get the sugars, but sometimes they just want a little fluid. And another thing I learned is the proboscis. I used to think that the little proboscis was like a straw and they would manually suck up the Gatorade or stuff. But what I've learned is it's actually like two little straws almost, that when you put them together through capillary action, the water just flows up all by itself. So that's why what I'm thinking is, wow, they're sunning themselves. Isn't it beautiful when they sun themselves? So anyways, since they don't have to actually suck up the liquid, it works through capillary action and they just absorb it. If you want to feed a butterfly, this is for everyone. If you want to feed a butterfly, it does not have to drink through a straw. It just has to be wet. So if you have a spritz bottle, spritz it with water, and then it'll probably put out its proboscis and look for the liquid. But if it doesn't, just get the butterfly wet. And I think that's enough to hydrate it. I think that that's all you have to do is just spritz it and get it wet. So try it out yourself, see what happens. You know, that's literally, try it out, see what happens. But don't you just love seeing themselves in the sun? They love sunning their wings, and that's why I have them in the window, and that's my favorite thing about butterflies. They're so beautiful. They're all crowding up in the one corner in front of the window, but They have lots of sun, lots of drinks, and soon they will have a couple leaves in the corner. So quick video showing you guys my monarchs, how I handle them. I do work with them every day. I've been focusing on the painted ladies, but now that we have more monarchs, I'm still gonna focus on them too. You know, I'm not gonna forget about them. They're my favorite. They're everyone's favorite. Monarchs, they say, are like the superstar in the butterfly world. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Plant native milkweed, plant burdock, plant morning glory, dill, fennel, parsley, sunflowers, zinnias. There is a long list of butterfly host plants. Take your pick. We've got seeds galore. Seeds galore. Ignore the underwear. Butterflies galore. Look at all of those morning glory seeds. That's just from like one day of collecting. But look at all those butterflies. Look at all those caterpillars. I don't want to go in there right now. Look at all those caterpillars just walking around looking for more food. Over here we've got eggs. Painted lady eggs that they're taking longer to hatch in the colder weather, but they'll be hatching any day. All right, everybody. Just wanted to show you some of the stuff that we've been working on, and when the butterflies eclose, I like to show you guys moving them, because that's really what I handle them the most, is when they eclose and I move them from the eclosion chamber to the butterfly house. And I love them. I love my butterflies. I love my butterflies. I hope you do too. What's your favorite thing about butterflies? Okay, love you. Bye. Everybody, you see it? Do you see it? 3 new butterflies today. Let's go on. Ooh, that was a close one. One. Two. And going for number 3. Three butterflies. And just to take a quick look inside, there is still many, many, many. So, Butterfly Square Garden, Jason Sebastian. Today is October 13th, my sister's birthday. So let's putting this back where it came from. That's where it came from. And then over here, Let's see. Is that guy alive or not? Are you alive? You alive, mister? He's still alive. Let's put him on the dish because he's only got a couple hours left. And then we still got lots of monarchs, like 7. I think that puts us at 7. So that's that. And painted ladies and a painted lady. First painted lady also died today on October 13th. Friday the 13th, my sister's birthday. Zip, zip, zip. And the last thing I want to show you guys is very special. It's right over here. Look at all those baby caterpillars. They're getting pretty big considering how small they were. And then we have over here some more. And over there, this was the first dish. And you just put in little tiny leaves to make up for the ones that get eaten. And that's it. The Morning Glory stays remarkably well in the water. The leaves as well as the vine. Over here, we've got vines.
I'm eating. I made a salad with leftovers.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be down. And more vine, more vine, more vine. We've got a net with burdock and Morning Glory in here. And then another painted lady enclosure with burdock and burdock leaves and Morning Glory leaves. It looks like they're only laying eggs on the burdock so far, but I've got more Morning Glory vines, and then over here we're gonna be growing Morning Glory from seed and also sunflowers from seed, which is important because I think that they're gonna lay eggs on sunflowers. We've got more seeds. We've got Morning Glory seeds, burdock seeds. These two are hard red wheatberry, or just wheat seeds, and then more burdock. Over here, I used frass as the dirt mixture, but it looks like the seeds are not growing. Over here are burdock seeds growing in a terrarium. I have a paper towel on the lid, and this is a terrarium with Morning Glory seeds that have not hatched yet. Over here is Morning Glory and burdock feeding baby caterpillars that hatched from egg and already ate all the leaves because they're further along in their development. And is there anything else? Oh yeah. And over here is the eggs. Some painted lady eggs in a petri dish. So we've got like 60 or maybe like 60 caterpillars, a couple more 100 eggs, plenty of reserved Morning Glory. And then over here is our little cotton ball made from pure monarch silk, and we've got more to harvest later today, or when all of them are done at closing. Anyways, there we go. It always focuses right at the end when you're about to give up. I have so many butterflies that we're literally just stacking them up and then putting stuff on top of them. But I also made this, which I really like, which is a single milkweed leaf in a petri dish, and then I put it on top of the monarch because they go together now. And then we have tons of seeds, burdock, Morning Glory seeds, husks or cuticles from pupation, birds' feathers. Ooh, we put up a bird feeder in the garden in the park today, so that was exciting as well. And I guess that's what I'll show you next. Is you need to see the garden because it's nice. It's been worked on, even though it's getting cold out. So that's it. I got a zip up over there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and plant native milkweed and also butterfly host plants like sunflower, thistle, burdock, anise, dill, and look up more. Okay, bye. Look at all those morning glory seeds. This is why I love morning glory. It took me like 10 minutes to get all of those seeds. Okay, bye. Do you recognize that behavior, everybody? Those painted ladies are laying eggs, and they are laying a lot of eggs. In fact, all day long they've been laying eggs. That's all they do, other than drink the nectar. This is the painted ladies with the burdock, and it's going really, really, really well. So well, in fact, I took this out. Do you recognize what those are? They're painted lady eggs. And underneath the leaf, where's it? There's even more. There we go. They're really tiny, but that's what it takes to get a painted lady butterfly. So it takes about 3 days for them to hatch, and then we're gonna have painted lady caterpillars. I will be feeding them burdock, and then who knows how long we can use the burdock, because there's a park by my house. That's where all of the burdock came from, because I had originally gotten seeds from the burdock in the park and the leaves, and I'm gonna do that because, hey, free leaves, you know, I don't have to go to the store and buy anything. Over here, these are my painted ladies with my strawberry plants. I was eating strawberries the other day and I cut all the tops off, and I realized, like, hey, caterpillars eat strawberries. Wouldn't it be cool if we got the painted ladies laying some eggs on the strawberry, and then I can feed them strawberries? And I thought that was like the best idea. So that's why I took all of the pairs last night. So I know that there's at least 4 ladies in here who are itching to lay eggs, and they aren't laying eggs, you know? I think I'm gonna give them 3 days, and if they don't lay any eggs on the strawberry, then in 3 days I'll give up and I'll give them some burdock, because the burdock, I've already got hundreds of eggs, like hundreds and hundreds. So, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world if they're not laying eggs on the strawberry, because I honestly really, really, really like the burdock. But I just thought it would be a cute idea to have some indoor strawberries for the winter, and, you know, everybody likes strawberries. Not everybody likes burdock, but the painted ladies like burdock, and that's good enough for me because the leaves can get like 5 feet long. They're just absolutely enormous. So the painted ladies are still laying eggs. It's really hard to get that on camera, but they are a whole different breed than the monarchs. It's like apples and oranges, night and day. They are so different. All they do is mate and lay eggs, and that's it. So I'm just really excited to get some painted lady caterpillars going, and I don't know, you know, share them with the world, because I was just kind of iffy about sharing the monarchs because they're like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, I didn't want to be giving monarchs to kids, but I feel like painted ladies are more kid friendly. Yeah, that's really all I've got to share. There's still two more butterflies that haven't declosed. So you can see they're the only dark things, and everything else is like this tan because they're empty shells. And then over here, we've got all of the there's like 20 monarch chrysalis, and there's maybe, I don't see him anymore, but there was one more caterpillar still eating. I don't see him. And over there's 2 monarch chrysalis, so we've got like 25 in total. That is an anise that I bought from the store, and I put it in water. Maybe it'll grow roots. And then down there is carrot. They're on the floor, but in the morning, the light comes through and hits them. So hopefully we're gonna have, you know, carrot greens, because the painted ladies do eat carrots. The caterpillars, they do eat carrots for sure. I've done it before. And the anise is for swallowtails. So, you know, maybe next year we can do swallowtails, but the butterfly season's over. I can't do swallowtails, but I learned enough working with monarchs this year that I definitely can for sure. Here are the monarchs. They just like to hang out in the sun. They're doing really well. They're less active now that it's getting colder. Let's watch. The painted lady was drinking, but it just stopped. Oh, it's so hard to film them because they always stop what they're doing as soon as I try to get a video of them. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. The last time I sneezed on camera, I dropped the chrysalis. Do you guys remember that? Wow, painted ladies. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Laying an egg. Finally, ugh, man. Can you guys see the eggs underneath there? There's so many eggs. Okay, so right at the end of the video, I finally got a good footage of them laying an egg. Ooh, he's doing it again. Doing it again. Pop. It's actually called an ovipositor, because they're like depositing eggs on the leaf. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I think I'll give them like 1 or 2 more days with this burdock, and then I'll switch in another burdock. And I've got outside, you can't really see it. Behind that table, I have like 10 more of these burdock in the Chinese food containers, and then on the side of the garage I have even more. So I have a lot of burdock, and that's not even counting all of the burdock in the park. So that's that. I'm going to add a little clip Ooh, there's one in the corner. Laying an egg. Yep. So well, honestly, they're just gonna be laying eggs all day long. And then at nighttime, they pair up and they mate because the male, after he mates with one female, he'll find another female and mate with her. I forget what they call park and patrol, I think is what they call it, where the male picks a spot and he'll just wait until it sees a female and then he'll go to the female and mate with her real quick. So they are really designed to mate. And since butterflies don't really survive in the wild, it's quantity over quality. So one female can lay hundreds of eggs. So by the end of the week, we're gonna have thousands of caterpillars, and I'm just really excited. Yep, because we're prepared. I am very, very prepared. Like in the past, I was just learning how to do all of this stuff, but now I know exactly what to do. So I think go big or go home at this point. Like I wanna start taking my butterflies elsewhere. This is the first generation that I bought and they came in the cups, and then second generation is gonna be all me. You know, these are my eggs, not mine. I don't own any of them. I'm a facilitator, you know, and they're the ambassadors. They're teaching you guys about butterflies. I'm just here to help. Anyways, this video is getting kind of long, so I just want to say hello, and the butterflies in the burdock are laying lots of eggs. The butterflies in the strawberries are not. So I'll be growing carrots as well because you can buy a carrot in a store, and if I ever run out of burdock, it would be good to have painted ladies that are adapted to carrots. Anyways, love you guys, and don't forget to plant host plants, milkweed, burdock, carrot, dill, parsley, fennel. Is fennel the same as anise? Rue, that's good for swallowtails. Yeah, you want to see the eggs one more time? Wow. It's like glitter or confetti. It's like someone just took confetti and sprinkled it all over. That's the butterflies, all their hard work. They work hard, those butterflies. All right, thanks everybody. Love you, see you soon. Okay. Okay, so you just saw me move like, I don't know, 7 or 8. This little guy's wings looked like they were still wet, so I put him back. I'll let him do his thing. All right, so he is drying out. The other ones are walking around. The last thing I wanted to show you, one second. Over here, so we've got 2 butterflies that they were both stuck in the chrysalis. One had fallen and the other one was malformed from the beginning. The one that was malformed from the beginning, neither one of them were able to get out of the chrysalis on their own, so that's why I had to use tweezers and peel the chrysalis off. That's what happened with this guy. I made sure that all 4 legs were free, but one leg keeps kind of getting caught underneath the wing. So I'm like, hey, I keep like unsticking the one leg, but the wing keeps catching it, so, oh no. Hopefully this guy will continue to dry out. Oh no, my goodness. He's like not a total goner. Like his wings definitely aren't gonna come, but he's out of the chrysalis. The abdomen is free, the head is free, the arms, and even one antenna is free. So I'm just gonna let him kind of dry out for now, if I can. So yeah, I'm just gonna let him hang out and do his thing. This one, we couldn't get the chrysalis off. He's fine. This one, I couldn't get the chrysalis off the face. So he's like, you know, but he was malformed from the beginning, and I didn't think that either one of them would eclose, but turns out they both mostly turned into butterflies. So that's just an interesting little thing. Other than that, we've got lots of little baby caterpillars. I've still got the morning glory leaves, and I started cutting up some leaves and putting it in with there, and that seems to be working really well. So we've got 2, 3, and then one with just eggs. So I really like the Petri dishes. We have way more caterpillars, but these are just the ones that kind of escaped, and I put them together over here. So yeah, that's that. It's dinner time, and I'll keep you guys updated, but I just really like showing you the eclosion day, even though it's like the most difficult day. But yeah, oh no, he fell again. Let's save him. How are we gonna do this? Oh, butterflies. let's have him grab onto something and pick him up and clip it on. All right, well, see you guys later.